another coding stream, and well, I either have to keep my back straight during this stream or I will have to fiddle with my camera. So, welcome back. Last time we talked, I guess, last time I was working on the OpenSuspect project on camera. I left abruptly before I could finish something, and the thing I was working on is actually, if I show you the Git graph, I actually I guess finished the work I was doing. So the items can have abilities, and when picked up their icons will appear, etc. So I actually managed to solve whatever needed to be solved then, and for that there is already an open pull request in our main GitHub repository, so anyone wants to review this, feel free to review this. And the last time I left off, I was trying to figure out how to put these items on the map. Oh, welcome to the chat, Aman Setia and Ian Flynn. Welcome back. So, where we left off that time was that I was trying to figure out something about none of these things. Where is, do I not have the thing that dumps the items? But anyways, so what I did is for the Flask template, no, it's actually the Flask resource. So what I did is I just worked about how to show different textures. So there is these resources, the item resources in general have these functions that will return kind of the ability icon, and where are the other things here? So we have texture. You can see like what the textures you would want to put on the head-up display, what texture you want to put on the map. And basically I changed this, that whenever this item is picked up, we are going to return the pickup texture, and the item is not picked up, so it's just laying down on the map, it will return the regular texture. And I just expanded on this in the specific Flask resource that it will also check whether the Flask is full or not. And let me show you how this works currently. So if I create a new game here and I start the game, so this makes it possible for our Flask screen. Generally, just a regular item, I can pick this up, and if I wanted to have like a different texture when it's picked up, that would be done for every item, because all these items have those separate so there is one texture for when the item is on the ground, there is one texture when the item is in my hand, and there is one texture that's being put on the heads of display. So for the Flask, the difference is that if I pick up a Flask, it will also have textures when it's full of this green liquid, and there is also texture when it's empty of this green liquid. And beside having the button to drop the item, I also have this button which will let me empty the Flask, and there is no animation for that, but now you can see that the Flask here became empty, the button here also became empty, and when I put it down, this Flask is now laying on the ground empty. So I guess that is something I have done, and what is included in this pull request. There are a few things, I guess, that we could refine here. For example, to have this button also have some kind of, you know, like a change when I put my mouse over it. Maybe it should, I don't know, do something about this, but that is something I don't want to waste my time on before we are ready for... Oh, and that is a problem. Alright, so there is a bug we need to figure out though. So because these have not been refreshed when we exited the game and went back to the lobby, and now when I click on this, of course, the object that is related to this does not exist, which means this game crashes. So okay, so let's start by actually fixing this issue, and because the pull requests here have not yet been approved anyways, so we can just add that there. And so what happens when we actually go back to the from the map to the what is it, lobby, then this load map function will be run, and this character resource will reset all characters, but we do not reset our heads up display, I think. That might be a problem, but I'm just trying to figure out if there is anything else here. Now we have these reset characters. So what does the heads up display have here for us? Because this one also have to... Oh, there we have the clear abilities function, which will clear the ability part of our... Where is this clear abilities function called? That's what I need to figure out. And for this I will be using the RG tool here. So will be when the character in the character resource, this will be called character GD. Oh, that has a function for clearing the abilities, and also the okay, signal clear abilities, and this will emit the signal and transition as the game scene connect clear abilities, self clear abilities, function clear. Okay, so this will probably the game scene when emits this clear abilities signal. That is what it's going to, how it's going to do that. And when do we emit that signal here? Oh, hello Darius, welcome to the stream. I don't think you've catched me lately doing the OpenSuspect project, because recently I usually did the OpenSuspect project on the Saturdays, and you always come on Sunday evenings for me, which is I guess Sunday afternoon for you. Oh, fine, thanks, I'm doing well. How are you doing? So what I was trying to figure out is okay, so 168 and 230. 168 and 230. So when we receive the team roles and 230, that's going to be probably when that's for, yeah, this is for the server, and that was for the, okay, because that will be done by the role assignment. So the roles are assigned. That's when we clear the abilities from the heads up display, but we also need to clear the heads up display. I think whenever we'll just when we reset the character, what does it have? What does that do? Let's check that. Oh yeah, I read in the Matrix chat that you got a job. Congratulations for that. And I saw, is this like a suit company, right? I checked out their website. They make suits for men, if I am correct. Reset character, reset abilities. And reset abilities will just okay, so this actually doesn't do anything. It just resets the abilities on the character. Which is I kind of don't like it the way it's implemented, because now when the character is reset, it's not when we actually change anything in the heads up display. Oh, so you work for a company that works for the suit company. So the suit company does not employ their website people directly, I guess. Same time we do project that we sell. Ah, I see. So you work for just like a web development company, which has this biggest client, I guess. So when I kind of don't like how that's implemented, to be honest, here. So this signaling to reset the abilities somewhere else than where we actually reset the abilities, that is kind of weird. So adding the abilities, assigning the abilities through this signal, that I guess that makes sense here. But then emitting the signal to clear the abilities here when we are assigning the roles. I'm not sure about this. I will put a comment here with a to-do. Just I'm not sure this is the appropriate place to reset the HUD for the abilities. Is the text legible on your screens? Am I using big enough font, or do I have to increase the font size more? Tell me in the chat, please. And if you have any thoughts whether this is a good idea here or not. Looks fine. Alright, then I'm not going to increase the text bigger, because then I don't see much on one screen. So when we reset the character, so with this, where are you? When we load the map, character, yeah, every character is reset. I guess on a character resource, we do the reset character. Then we will also, so reset abilities, we'll go through the character nodes, clear abilities, but first we'll do, oh no, that will do it first. So where is the character? Do I not have the character opened yet? Alright. So game character and character.tscn. Yeah, so the character has reset. Character node reset that does not do anything else but sets the rotation to 0. Okay. And then in the reset abilities we have the character node.clear abilities, which would, yeah, it's basically the character node itself has this abilities node, which will have everything that's kind of related to its abilities will be the children of this node and will be put in there. So that makes a lot of sense. What I kind of forgot is what happens to all the objects, the items that we hold. So when, if I just, let me run this again. So once I get in here, and if I pick up an item, that's fine. So this item, actually, if I, let me open here the scene, remote scene. So you can see that now in the game we have the items here. All these items are, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items which are on the ground, and we have the characters, character, and this character has of course the skeleton and the skeleton hip and what is it? One of the arms, yeah, has this item node attached to this. So the item is put over there, and when I go back to the lobby, I am not having the item in my hand anymore. So this has been removed from here, but this button has not been removed yet. So what do I do to remove the item from the map? Because it's definitely the reset character does not do that, as far as I can see. Oh, there is an items.clear items, alright. So this will remove all items from the map. Items.clear items, item IDs array item.keys for item ID in items, remove item ID, and the remove item ID will basically, okay, so this is just generally every item that we are keeping track of will be removed and then erased from this list which keeps track of the items, which is I guess it's fine. The items, this is a list, or rather an array or a dictionary. It's a dictionary of what? It's a dictionary of item resources. So it's okay, it makes sense. Then when we remove these items, but what should happen is whenever I remove an item, I guess the item should drop itself. So maybe I can just, whatever I can do here is add the item resource, can have a remove item function, which we can call there. Or just, I guess it should be called just remove because it's removing itself. This function should be called whenever the item is removed from the scene, I guess. And if holder is not null, then we have to do something. I guess something will be done. But first of all, I need to make sure that this is called, so I guess item underscore item ID dot, what was this? Or just remove. This will be called. The class couldn't be fully, another cyclic dependency crap here. But anyways, so the identify holder isn't declared. Is it underscore holder? Yeah, I guess so. So what I should do here is just generally drop. We need to drop this item. How do I drop the item? Do I have a attempt pick up, picked up, attempt drop, drop down? But this one, this is not how is item drop generally implemented here. You could maybe override object free and call super at the end. Not sure if that accomplishes what you want. Yeah, I don't think so because well, Actually, that could work because the item also knows what resource it belongs to, so it could technically call. Yeah, that would be an option. I'm not sure about how well that would that could actually work. And in that case, we would not be able to miss that. But also we could do the other way around and just, instead of deleting the item node from here, we could, this might be better to done from the item resource. So instead of deleting the resource from the node, it's maybe a better idea to just delete the node from the node. Is it node? Is it item node? Yes, item node. So maybe it's better to do this because we want to mostly directly interact with the resource, and the resource can handle removing the whatever that is from, or the node itself from the scene tree. Maybe this is the more clear way of doing this. I mean, at least for in my head. I guess. All right. So up until this point, I guess we can test this. We can test if this works. Just in a so now if I go back to lobby, yabba dabba do. All right. So this have been removed, and the button, I need the button to be removed somehow. When I drop an item, how do I drop an item? So there is a drop item attempt, item drop server function, which will of course check whether it can actually be dropped, and then the item drop client function, which unfortunately I cannot just click with control on it to find it, but maybe if I do the control F magic here, that works. So we'll go through the character resource to initiate dropping the item. Alright, so if I go through the character resource, and that will do the magic, so maybe I should holder dot drop item, but I have to tell what item it needs to drop, and I have to just self over there. Let's see if the reasonable solution actually works. So if I pick this one up and I say back to lobby, no, it did not work. For some reason, when I call the drop item, because I guess, yeah, this is the same issue here, because the nodes are refreshed. Not okay. That's actually the same problem, the very same problem that we have, because when this function, the item drop client, is the thing that will actually trigger this. This is what will trigger changes to the heads-up display, which is the same problem that we have with the abilities, but how do I... So what we should do is actually, so whenever we pick up an item or drop an item or activate an item, as these three functions will call these very general things on the heads-up display that will change, add buttons, remove buttons, change the button layout in general. And I don't think, so as today's work is kind of proving to me, is that this is not the good solution. This is not a proper solution, because what should be done instead is whatever kind of event is starting this item pickup, because this item pickup might be I don't know. Maybe I'm overcomplicating this, and I should just run this refresh item buttons whenever the new map is loaded up, I guess. I could just do this. Refresh item buttons. But if I do that, then dropping the item itself before removing would make no difference. Well, it would make difference. It would make the difference, I guess, that because if I now drop the item from my holder, whenever it's dropped, it will be removed from the item list. Because if I don't do this, then I would, well, I guess I could, yeah, that could result in keeping still this item in this, items dictionary, might be keeping the item that does not exist anymore, and that would result in a lot of weird problems. So dropping it before removing it still makes sense, even if I change how the head-up display works. And moreover, if it works, it's good. Yeah, the problem is with that attitude is that this is the second attempt at making this game, and the first attempt failed because we just did everything in a way that it just works. But it was so a lot of people left the project after they did make things work, and no one could pick up the slack because we couldn't pick up the job after them because we had no idea how it actually works. So I'm trying to avoid that. So dropping the items should be done, and what else should be done is actually, I think, whenever we reset this character, so we have a reset somewhere. Reset the character resource to default setting. Wait, what? What? It's not implemented yet because we actually made a new one called reset character. Oh my. Yeah, I think what I will be doing is It's a character resource, so just calling it reset makes a lot of sense, but let's not do this right now. We can do it later. What I need to do... That's just bad design. Yeah, a lot of bad design choices, unfortunately. So I need to drop all items, but I cannot just do for item resource in underscore items and then just drop item. I cannot do this. I mean, I could do this, but it would not do what I want it to do. Because whenever I do drop item, it would remove something from the items dictionary, or what is, no, it's an item array. And whenever I remove, and you just should never ever loop through items in a list while removing the item itself. So what I will do here is items, and this is an array which will be equal to underscore items dot copy, no, clone, no, duplicate, yes. And we don't need a deep duplication, we just need to duplicate that, and this would properly go through and drop every item we have. That's fine. And I guess this is going to end up whatever happens first. And I guess in the game we actually clear items first, so by the time we get here we won't have any items picked up. But there could be other circumstances maybe when we want to reset a character before clearing the items. So while it seems like meaningless duplication in this current situation, I think it's better to have ourselves kind of prepared for that kind of thing. And let's see whatever happens right now. Nothing, because the game broke. Had no refresh item buttons, non-existent function refresh item buttons in base nil. Alright, because when we first load up the game, the heads up display is not initialized yet. And when there is no heads up display initialized, then we don't really need to refresh the item buttons on that. So against my better judgment, I will just check whether it's a null, and if it's null, then of course we are not going to refresh it. This is against my better judgment currently, but I will just see whether if it works or not. Alright, now back to lobby, and now we don't have the buttons there. Great game. Alright. If I pick this one up and go back to lobby, both of the buttons have disappeared. Great. I guess let's test if this still works in an online setting, and let's just create the... oh no, I should have joined. My bad. Let's start the game. And so this guy could pick up this bottle when we see this guy having picked up the bottle. Oops, sorry. And if I press this one, the bottle is now empty, and we can see the bottle to be empty here. And if I shoot the guy, I can finally steal the flask here. Sorry. And the dude is dead and lying on the floor. Great. Great game. I think yeah, we did some groundbreaking changes here, and I guess I should find wherever this reset character abomination is being used. So, oh, we only call it in one place, so that would be an easy thing to change, I guess. Just game.gd reset character will be changed to just reset, because yeah, I never noticed that we had a placeholder function for this. And this is the only place when this will be called. And just a quick test that this actually works. Yeah, it works. All right, why don't I close it then? And we can actually change 4 files. And what should be the commit message here? What is rg command? So rg command, this was suggested to me by Monban, and this is, instead of grep, it's a more streamlined grep command, I think. But I think Monban, if still in the chat, can give you a more detailed explanation than that. It's a very much just grep, but better, at least. Is it reap grep, I guess, the full name of it, and you can find it in the Arch. If you use Arch Linux, you can install it simply from the repositories. Dropping items at map switching debug. I guess that's what it's going to be called. And let me sign this it's also fast as heck. Item system, let's push it to origin. All right, I'm always confused with how do I enter my passphrase here off screen. Oh no, what am I doing here? Close this one. And okay, so I updated the origin, but I also want to push it to upstream. And that would mean that this, yeah. Okay, so whoever is going to review this PR, please take care of that. And now that we've done all this, next thing, I want to work on something new for a little before we go. This was only 40 minutes, and still have some time on my hand, so let's pick up something from the issues here. I was actually thinking of working on kill mechanics, so HUD prototype, I think it's partially implemented. Character model, what do we have? Okay, what do we have from the item system? So this backend of items is sync item states, I think that's done. System for custom item behavior, because we can sync the emptying the flask, as I just showcased, the custom behavior also done. So whenever this will be merged in, this issue will be resolved. Character model, what do we miss here? View distance, hiding character behind walls. For that we need to have something done about the map. We don't have a map yet. Moxalex is working on that. What else do we have? Task system, that's something Monban is working on. Lobby map, that's something we will have to do sometime, but I don't feel like doing it on stream because that seems like something I need to just try, a lot of trial and error. Kill mechanics and role assignment. So here we miss the dead characters that should resurrect as ghosts. So I was thinking maybe I will pick this one up, and I already assigned to this issue and I already did the first 2 points here, so why not try to work on the rest. And for that I will I think I am going to branch from this item system thing. I have a branch which is called development, but it is a lot behind everything else. Should I just merge in the item system here before I do anything else? Let's see if I can do that. Oh yes, I can simply do that. And what is this? Oh, that's X is just from the end of the line from that. Where is this development coming from? What is this red line? Oh! Alright, it's just merging main back and then... Okay. Alright, that makes sense. Doesn't really matter. Let's git branch. Let's just call it ghost or resurrect ghost. Let's just branch out here and let's switch resurrect ghost. Alright. And so what we want to do here in this new feature branch is what? Following files are newer on disk. Oh my. Can we reload them? Okay, something I need to check. Just wait a second. So git switch item system. If I go back to the item system and restart Godot, and if I just the exit, yeah, the exit thing is fixed in there. So what the hell has changed? I guess we could git switch to resurrect ghost and see a git diff with item dash system. There is nothing different according to this. So I have no idea what was that all about. But anyways, we need to figure out a way, because currently there is one thing that I will have to show you that is not properly implemented here. And that is, I don't know, for some reason Mr. Spock came to mind looking at this guy. But so if I join here, let's start the game. So I want to show you something that it was Monban who realized it while testing this, but if I go here, shoot this poor soul, reload, and shoot him again, his body is rotating around the clock, which is not nice. But anyways, it looks funny. So, this is first thing that we will fix here. And that is... Alright, here, except for character and character resource and game, and maybe, I don't know, close everything. Close everything else but these, I don't know, how do I... Control W, I guess. But now I accidentally closed the game GD2. Alright, so when I kill someone, there is a kill character in here somewhere. Set character data, where is a kill character? There is this character resource.die. Character node.die. Alright. And it will rotate by 90 degrees, which is not the thing you want to do. What you want to do here is rotation. Rotation is not what you want to do. Rotation degrees equals 90. That's what you want to do. You don't want to rotate it forever, you just want to set a fixed rotation, and this should solve that tiny... Yeah, I'm adding the degrees instead of setting this. Exactly. That's what happened. But that looked fun, but that fun is now all over. Now, and first of all, multiple things. I should not be able to kill someone who's already dead. That should be just simply impossible. That is a silly thing, to be able to kill someone who is already dead. So whenever we call the kill character, because you cannot just kill a character, the server has to validate whether we can kill someone or not. And if you want to kill someone, you should... Oh, and here we actually force the character to drop the items here, so we are not waiting for... That is strange. Why did I do this? So when you kill someone, we will have like this outside function in just the game itself that will drop everything instead. And this is like RPCing for each item to drop it. That's just silly. Why don't we just drop everything from here when we die? Wouldn't that make more sense? I guess that would make more sense, wouldn't? we could just I mean, currently this is because whatever we are doing here is we actually check whether we can drop the item there. But why cannot we just do this check inside the character? Do we want to check this on the server too? And just RPC for each item that we can drop? Yeah, I will not change this at the moment. But I will add the to-do here for further discussion. I guess. Maybe someone will have an idea about this. So what discussion we will need here about is this something that the server needs to do one by one for every item held by the killed character. Maybe yes, maybe not. I don't know. I'm putting in a lot of questions here to this code today. But anyways, so join the development of OpenSuspect. You can find the matrix room link in the what is it called, description box down below. And once you join us in the matrix room, you will be able to find everything, and we can discuss these things. This will someday make a pull request, and on the pull request you can comment, or you can clone the repo and just do your own pull request. You can pull request not just into the main. You can create a pull request, and when you create a pull request, you can select, like for example, you want to make a change to the item system before it's merged into the main. You can target the item system on the pull request. So if you just want to add some comment somewhere, you can do that through a pull request too. But best way is just join in the discussion in the matrix chat. Anyways, currently this is not a problem, but this, like, it would not mean anything to do the dropping from the internals for each character. But I guess I was in the mindset when I wrote this that we need to authenticate as much on the server as possible, because server-side authority is generally good in a multiplayer game, I think. But anyways, so where was I before I started to do all this nonsense? So I wanted to check, yeah, so whether a character can be killed has to be checked. And how do we check whether a character can be killed? We could have a function that will just straight up tell us whether this character can be killed or not. I guess we have the die function somewhere. Die. So maybe above die I could put a new function. Function can be killed, which will return a boolean. This will return nothing, of course. And generally will return true. But we might have a situation when it cannot be killed. For example, if it's dead already. If not, is alive. What do you do? Not is alive. Yeah, I was correct here. If we are not alive, then just return false. And there could be other things that might, you know, stop you from being killed. But in general, I guess here we could check that if character res dot can be if not, I guess if it cannot be killed, then just return. And I guess otherwise here in I will put in I'm dying as a debug message there, so we can test if this new function works properly or it does, whether it does or does not work properly. Alright, so let's start the game. Who am I? I'm an agent. Let me pick up this item. Let me, I don't know, come here and kill you. So I am dying, says the character. Now if I reload and try to kill again, does not say I am dying, but there is a problem. So the game lets me try to kill, because if I don't have anyone in range to kill, I can press this button all day I want, but it won't do anything. But if I get close to this dead person and press it, it'll still let me shoot my bullet, which should not happen. Which should not happen because whenever okay, so that is done through an ability. How do we do that through an ability? So for that I will have to go back to my file explorer here and where do we find it? I guess in maps, camlab, gun. No, it's not the gun. Camlab teams roles. Is this that will give me the gun? Yes, I think this is that will give me the gun, yes. Get ability by name, assign abilities, and abilities dot append gun ability. What is gun ability? Gun ability. Okay, so gun ability. I need to open this file. Alright. Extends ability and it is class name gun ability. Where is the... Oh, is this the gun GD and this gun.tsc and has nothing to do with this gun.gd? Alright, that's not nice. I need to rename this before we get a lot confused, because this is the gun resource, which does not relate to the gun.tscn. Alright, now that's that confusion's avoided here. What's next? So there is this activate function here, which will, I guess, only checks whether this closest character exists or not. Closest ID is ID. Okay, first of all, this gets from the overlapping bodies we get, this is the character node. This character is a character node. We have the character dictionary from What are we doing with this character dictionary here? Are we using this for anything? Or do we just define it for fun? Yeah, I guess we just get it for fun. So we don't need this. And what we need is, we need to... This is a character get global position. So this is this, right? This should be the kinematic body. Because this function, this activate function is owner, get global position, other position, closest ID for character in gun range node. Okay, so this node is that that gun thing that we attach to the player who has the gun. It does not appear as a gun on screen. It just has a range that will get the characters that are close to it. This is why you get the overlapping bodies on there. We get the network ID and just check whether this is my character. I did an RG mod in the home directory and it's going crazy. So yeah, I guess you should not grab anything like your whole home directory. That sounds like a lot of files to grab through. Because it's doing it recursively by default. Which I probably should have told you. Yeah. So that will just shred your hard drive, I guess, trying to grab through everything in your home directory, every text file, because RG does not go through binary files. That's one advantage, the one thing that makes it faster than grep. Alright, where was I? So here I get the ID and then... Okay, so what I need to do is character.get character resource. Is there get character resource or something? Yes. Get character resource. Dot. And this character resource will can be killed, and yes, dot can be killed, and this is if not, then continue. This is going to work. Let's see. I think it should. I mean, this is sadf is the server, I guess. So I am the agent and where is the killer? So now, can you kill me? Yes, I can, and I can reload, and I cannot kill someone who's dead one more time. That is a great basics, I guess, that you cannot murder a dead person anymore. That was very important for dealing with ghosts. How do we make a ghost? How do I make a ghost out of you? How do we make someone a ghost? Okay, so I think we should have a function for that, and that will be function. What is the English word? Okay, so people who has their first language as English or speak English much better than me, tell me what is the word for the thing that happens when someone who died becomes a ghost. It's not resurrection, because if you resurrect, that means that you return, yeah, like your flesh and blood is, yeah, like your soul goes back to your body, I guess, if you believe in souls. But in general, what does it make? Wow. How do you become a ghost? What's the word for becoming a ghost? If what is do we have a function like main character equals false? Okay, so if main character, then this is what's going to happen. I guess it's not called ghostify. Do I have to search it up on the internet? What is another word for ghost? What are ghosts and how does a person become one? Okay, I don't care how do people become ghosts. I want to know the word for that. What is another word for ghosts? Just dying. Alright, then I guess I will just become ghost will be the function name. Because first you have to die and then you have to become a ghost. And how you become a ghost is going to be something that happens only to the main character. So I guess what do I need to do? Maybe, so in the, I go back here to the main scene, the game scene. It has map, characters, and items nodes. And maybe it should have a specific node for ghosts. Yeah, I think so. Because there can be like, you know, we can play it on a dedicated server, and maybe if you play a dedicated server, maybe the dedicated server should be able to see all the ghosts. And if you are, of course, if you are a player, you want to see your own ghost, but you don't want to see anyone else's ghosts. Or maybe you want to see other people's ghosts. Maybe if you are dead, you suddenly want to see other dead people. I guess that's an interesting question. But in general, if I put the ghosts on the same node as the characters, that will be very confusing, I think. Oops! Microphone. Sorry for the noise. You should be able to other ghosts if you are dead. Yeah, I think that's a good... generally, ghosts. If you're dead, you should see ghosts. I think that makes a lot of sense. So I will just add a new thing here for ghosts. I think actually that's what we decided in the document. The noise is still going. Okay, maybe it's better now. And going and going. Yeah, I hope it's better now. According to my the OBS, what is it? Green, yellow, red line. The noise should be better now. Alright. Sorry for that, I bumped into my microphone with my extraordinarily sized nose, I guess. In the meantime, I got some text message. It's getting late, so sounds good. All right, I went to get some milk. That's good. I like milk, and I like soy milk too. So basically, you could call me a soy dev by Luke Smith standards, I guess, because I am developing something and I also drink soy milk sometimes. I don't know. Some people say milk is bad, some people say soy milk is bad, so I am hedging my bets by drinking both. Okay, so what I was talking about here is we should have a ghosts node. No? Is it called ghosts? It's called ghosts. I guess it's below the items node, so why wouldn't I put this there? Alright. Wait, what? Canvas layer / game start? I don't think this exists anymore. Okay, I guess. I don't know what the hell is going on with this. Okay, this is totally unrelated, but I just need to see what the hell is. So we have game and we have this over, and then the game start button is here. This is the game start button. Something is very fishy here. And start game and back to lobby, so that this text changes over there. Game start button. I don't know what this RG game start button. Yeah, this is the only place where it. How? Why? Why does this work? Yeah, it doesn't. It probably does not do anything. I think this game start button does not do anything. When do we call show start button? I am finding so hard, but this has its own show start. button. I think in some merging two code bases, this got into here, which should not be here. We could just remove this here, and I guess, because if we go to transition handler change map, RPC start game, RPC enter lobby, what? Where is start game and enter lobby and start game? This will game scene the load map. We go to game scene load map. I don't know, but I guess we can delete this whole thing, and I bet you this will still work. Yeah, that was just code that never got executed and got stuck in from a merge somewhere. All right. What was I working on actually? Ghosts. I need to make a ghost somehow. So, should I? Okay, there is a very, very important question about ghosts. Wait, what? It's okay. I thought actually that it's 1 hour later than what the time actually is. So I still have about an hour to screw around on this project, as I just realizing now. So let's try to do ghosts. Maybe we can actually achieve something with ghosts in the next, let's say, 40 minutes. But let me just grab a cup of water before I go any further, because my mouth is getting dry. I'll be back in 90 seconds or maybe 120 seconds. Is the stream going? Please tell me in the chat if the stream is going, because on my YouTube studio... Okay, now it works on my YouTube studio. Anyways, hopefully... Well, nothing much happened since I came back. So, this is how our character looks like. Has a character camera, collision shape. So collision shape should be just deactivated. Item pickup should be deactivated. Abilities should be deactivated. So all of these things should be deactivated once it becomes a ghost. Can we duplicate a node? Oh, good. All right. So what I need to do is I need to make a copy of the character node that's been attached to characters to ghosts. But a character, what should I do with the dead body? That's the other question. So first of all, the dead body will have to be on the floor for everyone to see. Because there is the problem. The problem lies here. So for every character on the map, we have this what is this? This kinematic body, which is basically the visual representation of the character, and we also have the character resource, which basically contains all the information, like the data structure and all the things that a character can and cannot do. And that means that when I kill someone, so someone dies, currently we just have the dead body lying on the floor, but if I also have a ghost, that would mean that the same character resource now has two separate things attached to it. There is a dead body, which is seen by everyone, but does not follow what you do with your character. And you also have a ghost. And the ghost can just go wherever it wants to go. But the ghost should only... Nice micro admitting to murder live. Yeah, try to use that against me in court. I will object and say hearsay. Alright. I guess first of all, why are my legs below the origin? I don't like this, but I don't care at the moment. So where was I? So we have a dead body lying on the floor, and that's the only thing that should be seen by the players who are alive, but we should also have a ghost who is allowed to walk around. How do we resolve this conflict? Should I just have a ghost? So the main question here is, should the dead body take over for the living body, or should the ghost take over for the living body? Because if the dead body takes over for the living body, then we will have to have the ghost separately, and we will have to handle the ghost. The body stays there where it was killed, but the characters can move around with its ghost. That's one of the options. The other option is to have the character be taken, the alive character be taken over by the ghost, and let that move around, and let the dead body just be left on the ground as a dead body object, which I guess at that point we could detach the dead body from the player character, because, well, it can become just an inanimate object on the ground, and it's not like you can loot anything from a dead body, so it does not require to be connected to anything. Yeah, so I am more but then how do you synchronize? So I don't actually want to synchronize, or don't want to have to synchronize all character movement for everyone, for the ghosts. But it doesn't really matter, does it? I mean, at this point at least, it does not really matter. We can just broadcast that and leave the dead body where it is. So should the resurrection happen for everyone, but just happen become a ghost? So maybe Alright, first of all, let's just try to figure out how to duplicate the node. Can I duplicate a node in Godot? Well, I guess it's not a node, it's technically a scene. Because it's multiple nodes. And I am really sorry for switching to this website that is in light mode while everything else is in dark mode. I guess I should just look for duplicate. Duplicate node. Node methods. Okay. Where is duplicate? Ah, here you are. Int flags equals 15. Duplicate is the node returning a new node. You can fine-tune the behavior by using flags. It will not work properly if the node contains a script with constructor arguments, i.e. needs to supply arguments to object ._ini method. In that case, the node will be duplicated without a script. It will not work. What is that object._ini? Called when the object is initialized in memory, can be defined to take in parameters that are passed in when constructing. If int is defined with required parameters, then explicit construction is the only valid means of creating an object of the class. If any other means such as specstring instance is used, then initialize. Okay, we don't have the .ini method overwritten by anything here, so duplication should work. What are duplicate flags? Duplicate the node signals, duplicate the node's groups, duplicate the node scripts, duplicate using instancing. An instance stays linked to the original, so when the original changes, the instance changes too. What? An instance stayed linked to the original. So when the original changes, the instance changes too. What does it supposed to mean? Duplicate using instancing. An instance stays linked to the original, but what do you mean by this? I don't understand. Damn it. What does it mean that an instance stays linked to the original? So I guess I should not instance. So I should just use signals and groups and scripts. All right. I guess ghost. Let's sing var ghost kinematic body 2D equals underscore character node dot duplicate, and flags will be I guess 1 plus 2 plus 4, that's 7. And What the hell do I do with the ghost? I need to parent the ghost to somewhere. I will just ghost dot. No, what is the transparent opacity? No, what parameter do we have to be able to? Not visibility. Collision motion. Do we? No, where can we actually change the visibility? Not visibility, what is this? I also recommend Vimium. What is Vimium? Modulate the color applied to textures on this canvas item. No, I want to make this transparent. Can I not do that? Okay, what is body? Visibility, modulate. Okay, so this is what I need to do. I have to change this, the modulate, to something else. To, I guess, here if I just do the same for the whole character, maybe I should do for character elements. So if I modulate this, oh, this looks very spooky. Damn. Because everything gets transparent a bit. Okay. I guess that's not something I want to do here. So I will not do that. This is something which will have to be figured out later, how to make this character transparent in a not uncanny way. But anyways, the ghost will have to be parented to the ghost, so I guess the transition handler will tell me where the game scene is, and then dot ghost node, I guess. There will be ghost dot, no, there will be ghost node dot add underscore child ghost. Okay. Is this going to do anything I expect it to do? Let's figure it out. So this other guy comes and kills me. Did I become a ghost? Remote scenes ghost. Okay, so there is a ghost over there, which is nice. And of course, if I go back to the lobby, the ghost is still there because we do not clear ghosts yet. We will be clearing the ghosts later. Okay, so the ghost has been created. So at this at least that's working. That's reassuring. Ghost dot rotation degrees will become 0. And also let me replace my character node to my ghost. That will be fine. But also we need to remove a few things from the ghost, which I guess we can have a become ghost function on this one. Become ghost. That will not return anything, and first things first, will be rotated back to 0, so that's not going to be done here, that's going to be done there. And let's say ghost dot become ghost. What? Ghost? And also when we become ghosts, what else do we have to do? We also need to, I guess, turn off item pickup, turn off abilities, turn off collision shape, because we're not going to collide anymore. So abilities, toggle visibility. I don't know, the collision shapes. So what if I turn off a collision shape's visibility? What happens then? Does a visibility of a collision shape affect its behavior? Editor facility for creating and editing collision shapes in 3D space. Wait, what? Oh. Alright, no, that's collision shape. That collision shape 2D is what I'm looking for. Collision shape 2D, here you are. So editor facility creating and editing collision shapes in 2D space. You can use this node to represent all sorts of collision type, for example, yada yada yada. This is an editor-only helper to create shapes. Use this to get the actual shape. Disabled. A disabled collision shape has no effect in the world. This property should be changed with object.setDeferred. What? I guess assigns a new value to a given property after the current frame's physics step. This is equivalent to coding in Excel set via call deferred. String property variant value. So how do I turn off collisions to this object? Maybe I could change my collision layer and collision mask just to 0, right? That should work. Collision underscore layer equals collision object exists in more than 30. Now the contact is detected of object. Can I do 0? Is this going to work? Collision underscore mask equals 0. And also, I need to do something with the character elements, I guess, abilities and item pickup. Because I don't want items to be able to be picked up anymore. So character elements, item pickup area that we have, and ability point we also have. Can we just remove them? Where do we... Okay, item pickup area, where do we actually look for this? We don't use this variable at all. What about ability point? We use it at 3 points. Attach ability and clear ability, which we will not... These will be not called here, I guess. Maybe the item pickup, that one I will have to just remove. And this one, I don't know, where do we use this anywhere? Var item pickup area. If not, a character node that item pickup area. Yeah, we use it somewhere else. So what we could do with this is actually the item pickup area. That also has collision layer, so we can set that. Collision mask, it has only collision mask. So I can set that to... Okay, where are you? Dot collision mask. Should I also use something? What is this? Kinematic body. 2D. Not 1D, 2D. When I change the kinematic collision to the get last slide, yeah, I don't need this. What is it? It's collision object 2D. Maybe it's on collision object 2D. Properties, collision layer, collision mask. No, the contact is the... okay, I don't need... okay, I can just use this probably. It's as an integer. Is it reasonable to make it even more generic, interaction area or similar? What do you mean? Which part? And then abilities. So if I'm dead, I don't have any abilities anymore. So, but I shouldn't do this here. I should remove the abilities, should be removed from the character resource. So what do we want to make more generic? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I did not really understand the question. What does it? What does the question relates to? I guess that's my question. In the meantime, so we need to get rid of our abilities. Do you have a function get abilities, get ability, reset abilities? Yes, so we can just become ghost and reset abilities. Instead of item pickup area, maybe make it more general, like interaction range. Oh, so you want... Yeah, I did not really think about that. So we just use the same kind of node to interact not just with the items that we can pick up, but also, I don't know, tasks or other things on the map, like other interactive things on the map. We use just the same thing for that. I think that makes sense. Why would... yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense actually, to rename that. Yeah, and I can rename that, and you can just use that in your if you are working on the thing. What thing, you might ask? The task system. Interaction and interaction range. How about that? What did I just... interaction... I don't know, it's just thought. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense actually. I accept your suggestion. Interaction area. And we had somewhere else this item pickup area. It was in item resource.gd line 95. I guess try again. 95 in item resource.gd. Oh, item resource. That's different than character resource, I guess. What was it? Interaction area? Interaction area, interaction area. Great. And no more item pickup area. Makes sense. Good suggestion from Monbind, thank you. Now, okay, the game did not crash just yet. So, what if can I still pick up items? Yes. Can I still put them down? Yes. Can I still pick up this and, yeah, empty it and put it down? I originally wanted to make like another item, which when you pour it out, there will like a puddle would appear on the ground, which would be an item you cannot pick up, because why would you be able to pick up a puddle? But I decided to not do that because that's too much for an alpha at the current situation. It is not crashing. Clearly we aren't done yet. Exactly. So let's start this game. And let me die. Please kill me. Alright, let me kill you. Bang, you're dead. And I'm dead and I did not crash. Okay, so you can see the dead body on the floor and the ghost here. Very good. Why doesn't the ghost also have a name? I don't know. I have no clue. Why does the ghost have no name? Why don't the ghost have a name? That's stupid. Also, we should let movement, we should change, so once if, no. Okay, so when we are dead, we are not alive, of course. But if we are a ghost, we should still be able to move. So here we replace our character node to our ghost. Problem is, of course, that the ghost should also be tracked by the server. This is much more complicated than I originally thought, and I will need to spend some time, probably offline, thinking about this, and maybe we can discuss in the Matrix chat down below, which you should join if you haven't joined yet. And I don't know. Should I change also in... Yeah, I should probably... Because the thing is, okay, so we have these auto-load scripts that are kind of singletons, that every auto-load has one thing or one kind of thing to take care of, like the items will take care of the items on the map, and for example, characters will take care of the characters on the map, and we have these character nodes and character resources here. So should the character node be the ghost here too? Or, and moreover, should this be done for everyone, or just the server, or just the person who is the ghost? On items, we actually only keep track of the resources. We don't keep track of the item nodes separately. We always access the node through the resource, which is, I think, how the character resources also should be done. When did you leave, Darius? I don't know what you missed. If you don't know, if I don't know when you left, it's hard to tell. I'm just kind of philosophizing over how to keep track of... Should I keep track of the characters and the ghosts? I mean, the living characters and the ghost characters separately or not? So you probably only missed me contemplating these things without actually doing anything. Where is the movement being tracked? I think it's in characters.gd, right? Yep. No? Update all character data set. This is something that's really complicated here. But I want to know where the heck do we check for movement? Does anyone remember how we keep track of movement? Project settings, input map. UI left, UI right, UI up. We have all these things. That's nice. When the hell do we... UI left. Nothing? Project settings. Why? UI up and UI down and UI left and UI right. Why don't we find this anywhere? UI up, UI down, nothing? Update character movement. Send all character data. That's a very weird method set up here to reduce the number of RPCs in the game, which is fine enough, but where do I actually time sync position sync plus equals delta? Yeah, this should be removed here. It's not in here. I'm quite sure it's not in this function. This one does not have... Okay, let's just find wherever... Okay, process. Character.gd. Oh, is it in the character.gd itself? Alright, that's unexpected. Amount moved vector 2. If network ID equals and the character resource is alive, underscore move. Alright, this is the one. I guess if it's not alive but is a ghost, we could still do it. Okay, let me just remove this check, so we don't check if you're alive, because if you're not alive, you move and this will movement vector set look direction, that's fine. Amount moved return, amount moved. Oh, this is character, this is not character resource. Okay. Wait a second. I shouldn't, because if I just remove this, everything will move together, the dead body and the ghost also. So what it needs to check is whether it is a dead body or not. Character resource is alive. And that is alive, but maybe let's make a can move function instead. And now is alive. Okay, it's called once at least, so that's nice. Can move. We need to make a can move function. because we don't have that yet. And I will send a reference to this character there. But to be fair, shouldn't this whole thing be in the character resource itself? I think it should be. I think this should be in the character resource. Can a resource... Oh, but maybe a resource cannot have an underscore process. Maybe a resource does not have an underscore process. Oh. That's inconvenient, I guess. Character resource that can move self. Alright. Can move, and this will be a character node, which is a kinematic body 2D, and returns a boolean. And if character oh, it just should be a node. It could be any node. If node equals, if node not equals underscore character node, return false. That will be simple. Non-void function must return yes. We should also store whether this character is a ghost or not, right? And when we become a ghost, ghost equals true, I guess. If ghost return true, and everything else return false, I guess. And whenever we reset the character, we will ghost equals false. If alive, return true. If ghost, return true, otherwise return false. Okay, so I think we've accounted for everything. So first of all, can we still move? Yes, we can move. And that is nice. Let's join in. And now that we have two players on the map, what happens if I go here to be killed, and if I kill this guy? Okay, so I killed this guy. I guess the dead body should also remove its collision. Now, I still cannot move my ghost, though. Ghost is still stuck. Something's wrong with the ghost. Does the ghost will not have the process function on that? Or character resource that can move? Is this not working somehow? This is definitely not a good... Maybe this is not how I will have to create a ghost. What if I just duplicate without any parameters and just do it the default way? Because the fact that this ghost does not have the name over its head is already a clue that something's wrong. So yeah, it does not seem to matter how I do it. Let me just check the remote here. So we have the game scene, and then under the game scene we have a ghost, and the ghost we have character, and this character has a skeleton and a camera, and character name is somehow null, and there is no character resource attached to it. It has no network ID attached to it. So it doesn't really matter that I copied this whole thing, because for some reason all these variables, the variable values, are not copied. Which is quite strange. So here I had the number 7 before. And I don't think, yeah, that will probably have the same issue over there. So we cannot use the copying to create the ghost, which is quite unfortunate. Why is this called character? Oh, this is also called character. That's fine. So this character, duplicate with flag 8. But the flag, the duplicate flags, damn, did I? Yeah. Flag 8 is use instancing, and 15. So I need to copy the signals, the groups, and the scripts. So that's why I need 1, 2, and 4. And 8 is instancing, and so that's what I did. 15, that is 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 8. So 15 would turn on all of these, and 7 turns on these first 3. Still, so if we look, so what's in the characters, character, we have everything correctly set. Character name, its main character, look direction, name label, character resource, everything is still linked because it's the original one, of course. While the ghost character does not copy the character resource and character name variables. This, of course, what we could do instead is we could use the copy as the dead and use the original as the ghost. I guess that's an option. we could try. So instead of this becoming the ghost, this will just become the new, or this will be the dead body. And then we will just use the original character node to become a ghost. Will this work? We add the ghost. No, we need So in the game scene we have all these, what is it? The characters node, I guess. What it's called, character node. A child. Dead body. And maybe the character node will have to be removed from its parent. I don't know. I always forget how these things work. But we will figure out very soon if this works or not. Come on, kill me. Yeah, okay, so the dead body is over there. Wait, I can just push the other guy around as a ghost. What? But I cannot interact with these items anymore, which is fine. But why do I push this guy like he was nothing? That makes zero sense. I should have actually checked here what's going on. So here we have the characters and the ghost. It's not been moved there. Alright. Because we need to remove the character node from its parent. How do I remove a node from its parent? Or detach? Node. What methods do we have here? Add child, add to group, duplicate, find node, find parent, get child, get index, get node, and resource, and get parent. What is different between find, okay, get parent and find parent? Get tree, get even head no is a parent of, is greater than, is physics processing, is processing input, is a move child, print tree, raise, remove and script, remove child, remove from group. I guess this function may set the owner of the removed node to be null if that owner is no longer parent or ancestor. Alright. So I guess I need to underscore character node dot get parent dot remove child character node. Move the hitbox to another light mask so the hitboxes don't see. Yeah, but I think when I call the become ghost function on the character node, it turns off all the collision layers and collision masks. It is supposed to reset all the collision masks to 0. So that's why I don't understand. I thought I did that in a way that it should work, but it doesn't. And so in general, I cannot push around the other character. But if I'm server, can I push around the character if I'm server? No, I cannot do that even if I am a server. It's not allowed to push. Alright. So I cannot push the other character with myself, but once I die, which this guy will make sure that I do, and I become a ghost, I can do it. Why? Let's see the scene tree. So now ghosts is over there, characters, it's over here, so that guy. And here we still see that, but I will probably have to figure out a more complicated way to track the characters and the ghosts. And you can see collision layer is turned off to nothing, so it's turned off. Collision shape. Wait, what? It has a light mask. Is this the one that I should be? This collision shape, this light mask has to be turned off too. Character elements. No, the light mask is only for visibility, isn't it? We have ability interaction, collision layer also turned off. What happened here that would do that? The skeleton itself has nothing that would affect that. So this collision shape light mask, if I turn this off, no, I can still do that. I turned that off. This is super weird. Anyways. I don't know what's going on here. And of course the dead body did not get removed. Here it is removed. Here it is not. But now I can push the guy, which I couldn't do before because I'm still the ghost here. Alright, many things do not work, as you can see here, but unfortunately it's getting too late for me to worry about this anymore. So a lot of files have been changed here and renamed and everything, but I think this is a kind of a nice point to commit some atrocities against programming standards, I guess. resurrection as ghost prototyping, I guess. I can call this prototyping. And do I need to sign this again? I mean, I already gave my super secret password once, why do you need it again? Anyways. Git push origin resurrect ghost. This is going to be a new branch, and I will push it to upstream 2. So now if we go to our GitHub, somewhere, where is the GitHub? So here, under code, you will be able to find resurrect ghost. If you would like to, I don't know, compare things here, you might want to clone the repository and check out the resurrect ghost branch, and there you will be able to help me out, but also before you do anything big modifications to the code base, always let's discuss on the element chat room. I will probably try to think about a better solution than whatever I came up here on the fly, and I don't know, I probably won't be able to stream next week. So next weekend we'll be probably just working on this without streaming if I can, but maybe I won't even have the time for that. But anyways, so if you have any ideas how to deal with this, let's discuss in the chat room. You can find the description, or rather the link to the chat room, down below. And let's make this ghost thing work properly, maybe. I guess. Alright, this is it for today. Thank you for joining me. And you know, if you have any comments that you want to leave in the video, you can do that. You can like this video. Only one person liked this video. If you are watching and not liking this video, why are you even here? Just joking. Okay, so like this stream please, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. And let's continue working on this in the element chat, but I am going to be sleeping, so my replies will be tomorrow morning. Have a nice day. Thank you for coming. See you next time, and I guess obligatory this thing.